Hi everyone, it's Nathan here again. Welcome to my video today and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're just taking a look for the first time, thanks for taking a look and thanks for joining me today on this Toyota Yaris. Look at this little car. What does this car represent? What do you think about when you look at this car? I know what I think. It is what it is. It's small, but not too small. It's economical and it's practical. So thanks for taking a look. Join along with me. We're going to look at this car inside, outside, and tell the story and the history of this particular car and things I like about this model. If you like what I do, please subscribe to my channel. Leave any comments you like. I've got pretty thick skin. I can take your comments, good or bad. Leave them down in the comments section down below. If you'd like to contact me, my phone number's in the section down below. Also leave a comment about potentially how my video has helped you. I love to read comments from people on videos of the past where they say that my video helped them to understand the car better, or something about a feature or any particular detail that I happen to share that is something that you gained benefit from. So with that said, this is a 2007. This is a nice little car. And back to what I said in the beginning, what do I think about when I look at this car? I think about several things. I think about economics, economical car. I think about that it's a sensible car. I think about that this car will get you from A to B no different than somebody you see driving a $100,000 Range Rover. And this car might do it more reliably. These are great little cars, great car for a first-time driver, low cost of ownership, of course, with the Toyota nameplate. Very sensible. Gas sipping. This car is clean and nice all the way. Everything works, although there's not that many things that actually need to work because it's pretty basic, but that's less stuff to break. Air conditioning works great in this car. These cars get the EPA rating is 34 miles to the gallon in the city, 39 miles to the gallon on the freeway. So basically call it 40 miles to the gallon on the highway, on the freeway, which is unbelievably great without being a hybrid. Look how nice and clean and clear the headlights are. It's a nice car. It has a few little stone chips up here on the hood. Not going to have this one touched up, paint touched up at the price point that it's at, but very minimal chips. There's a little bubbles of some rust right here on this door. That's the worst thing on the body. It runs great, it drives great. Straight and true. It's had a lot of new parts, so let's talk about that on this car real quick. So it just had a brand new alternator, also an oil change, also an alignment. So that's all this car needed during a very comprehensive inspection, because it's been well taken care of and because it's also had a lot of other recent new parts. As you can see here, these tires look like new. That's because they are basically new. Look at the tread on those. They've got almost 10/32 tread remaining. These were installed 2,000 miles ago. These are an all-season tire, so they're good for all seasons. All four installed 2,000 miles ago, so the tires are basically as good as new. The battery, which we will see when we go into the hood, was replaced 1 year ago, so it's only 1 year old. Also, about 5,000 miles ago, the rear wheel bearings were replaced, which are common on these cars, along with a new exhaust system. So this car has had a lot of new parts. The brakes currently are about 70% remaining, front and rear. So it's not going to need what I call consumables, tires or brakes or wiper blades or light bulbs or any little stuff like that for quite some time, because everything is good, everything is working. Shouldn't need any real maintenance for quite a while with any consumable stuff, or hopefully any other hard parts with having new alternator, new battery, and some other things. So but yeah, very practical car. If you remember the Toyota Echo, it was awfully small and it didn't do so well, but this Yaris was introduced in other countries before it came here to America, and it was very well received over there in a lot of other countries other than here. So then when it was brought here to the United States, this car was also very successful. And I also want to point out, I didn't realize this, but it does make sense when I was reading about these cars. There was a hatchback version. Of course, this is a sedan with 4 doors and a trunk. The cars are different. The wheelbase is longer on a sedan, so it rides a little bit better. They have the same engine, but you actually do get more room in the rear seat on a sedan than, of course, the hatchback, because the actual overall length of the car is a bit longer. And the back seat in this car for a small, you know, subcompact or whatever you want to call it, actually isn't that bad. So this is definitely a car for the money conscious consumer, but you know what? There's nothing wrong with that, because everybody needs to be sensible about how and where they spend their money, so you can spend it on other things that you can enjoy. The seats are awesome. There is virtually no wear, just a little bit of rub right here on the bolster from getting in and out, and then there's a similar rub right here, maybe from setting your phone or something there. But I really like the pattern of these seats, and they are nice and firm. They're not broken down at all. Very supportive, very nice. Headliner on this car is very clean and nice as well. It's all tight and straight, no issues, visors, etc. Again, I kind of laughed when I said what I said, but there's not a whole lot of stuff to break on this car, because it is manual crank windows, which some young people won't even know what to do with that lever. Ha ha ha. It's manual locks, and it's pretty simple. But here's the beauty. I forgot to, let me grab my coffee cup over here on this beautiful morning out here. So I think when you are sitting here driving this car, it's very nice that you aren't distracted. Also, the seat, the lever right here, the big lever, will pump the seat up and down. So for a short person, the seat raises manually and lowers. I can demonstrate that here. So this is for the backrest, but this goes up. See it moving up, and then I need it down because I'm a little taller. There we go. So, couple of nice black mats here on the floor in the front. But when you're sitting here to drive this car, I'm going to move the seat back all the way. It's actually a lot of leg room, because I just moved the seat all the way back. So here's my legs, you know, not scrunched up, but I've got a lot of room with the seat all the way back. But it's nice because, look, visibility. The gauge cluster is over here on the right. The steering wheel, obviously, where it's supposed to be, but there's nothing here distracting anybody, but particularly a young driver, right? Horn works. This is why I went and walked over to grab my coffee cup. This is the cup holders on both sides, and this is my coffee. And as you can see, great placement. I mean, we have to face reality here. Most Americans are usually doing more than one thing while they're driving. They aren't just driving. They're either putting on lipstick or makeup in the rearview mirror, or drinking something or eating something, when, I mean, technically you shouldn't be, but the reality is almost everybody has a drink with them at all times, it seems. So I think this is a great placement. It's out of the line of visibility, but it also doesn't cause you to look down here to grab your beverage. It's right here, so you can keep your eyes up on the road, grab your drink, take a drink, put it back. I think it's very smartly engineered, and I think a lot of cars should be like that. So anyway, simple climate controls here. Again, air conditioning works perfectly. All the controls work perfectly. Simple original radio with CD. There's a power outlet down here. Pretty simple little armrest right there. Little cubby right here on both sides, and there's actually a factory aux input in here. It's hard to see, right in there, right there. So that's where that is if you like to use the aux. Here's the exact mileage on this car, 215,331, and then there's a digital clock, which is nice to have. It's flashing the seatbelt light and the door light because I don't have the seatbelt on and the door's open, but no other warning lights. Everything is good there. Simple headlights, simple wipers, very simple controls. Just not a whole lot for, again, I'm picturing a young driver to be the optimum person for this car and to not be distracted on this. I'm going to move this seat back up so you can see a reasonable amount of room in the rear. And I'm going to go ahead and open the trunk and the hood. This car also has a clean history and Carfax report. No accidents or damages. Look how nice and clean this back seat is. Again, awesome fabric pattern here. Very clean carpet back here. There's another one of these fancy cup holders right here. Armrest folds down, another cup holder in there. The seats, of course, will fold down, as you can see, on both sides. And there's the trunk. This didn't fit so well down below, and it may be from a different car, but all the tools and everything are here for this car to be able to change the tire, jack, and breaker bar and all that. So I put it all together in this styrofoam tray and left it up top here. Carpet's here. The spare tire is down below here. So clean and nice. Practicality and sensibility. Got some bright sun this morning. Let's see, there's this seat here. This back seat's very, very nice. The backs of the seats are nice. Door panel there. Also, that spot that I pointed out earlier on this door, the door jamb area, this is very clean. So there's nothing in here. Not quite sure if that's just a big chip or some damage that ended up over time bubbling like that, but it's just isolated to the door. There's this seat, also real nice. Dashboard's really clean, and again, cup holder, my favorite part. Same thing on this side, so they're matching left and right, his and hers. Does have all of the owner's manuals here in the glove box. This seat does not lift like the other side, but as always, the driver needs to be the most comfortable. So all right, I forgot to say when I was talking about the service, but these are also brand new hubcaps. They're nothing crazy fancy, but they are brand new. They don't have any marks on them. They're shiny and clean, as you can see over here on the sunny side. So they look nice because, you know, they're nice, they're clean, they're shiny. Tires are new, so they're good looking on the nice little car. Let's take a look under the hood. Small short hood, and probably one of the smallest prop rods besides a PT Cruiser I've ever seen. Here's the battery that I mentioned, was about a year old. You can see the date code sticker on the side, maybe right there, 822. So it's only about a year old. The brake fluid, you can see real nice and clean in the reservoir there. Here's the new alternator here. Also had a new pigtail connector at the same time as the alternator replacement. The oil was just changed, like I mentioned, so it's nice and clean. So I think this is only 106 horsepower, I believe, was the horsepower rating, but I will say bottom of the hood is nice and clean there. I will say that this car does okay. It's not slow, it's not sluggish, it's peppy. It's a peppy four-cylinder. You know, it doesn't leave you feeling like, oh, I wish it had more. I mean, you can pull out into traffic and get up and get going. It's not bad at all. There's the fan. See if I can rev it up a little bit here with the hood up. All right. So there is under the hood. As I mentioned, it drives really nicely. I may make a separate driving video. Sometimes I will do that, but it does drive very nicely. It drives very straight and true out on the freeway. No issues or shakes or shimmies or anything weird like that, as you would expect from a car that's been well taken care of. So I appreciate your looks and your views. And again, subscribe if you like. Leave any comments if you like. Leave me a comment about something that you've gained from this video that helped you in some way, maybe to buy a different one on your own. I appreciate hearing that. I like talking about cars and showing cars and presenting cars, and this is the epitome, in my opinion, of sensibility, practicality, economic, all those things, all those words. And again, I can't say it enough, but what a great car for a first-time driver. You know, it just makes sense. Easy to see out of, easy to park, manageable size. Just a great car for that. You know, it's nice, it's clean, but if they put a little ding or a scrape or scuff a bumper, it's not gonna be the end of the world. So, yeah. So thanks again for watching. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. And Toyota Yaris, 200,000 miles. It's still an infant. This car has a lot of life left in it for sure. So thanks for watching. Have a great day and peace. Until next time. All right. Bye-bye.